Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Showdown in Vienna. A battle royale is brewing in Vienna, Austria, between a large group of dissident priests and Cardinal Schönborn, the primate of Austria. Back in July, about 300 priests said they will begin openly defying and preaching against Catholic doctrines on such issues as sexual morality and the ordination of women. When they made their position public, the cardinal expressed deep shock and said he would meet with the group at the end of August or the beginning of September. So far, no such meeting has occurred or been planned. So the priest group is planning an ultimatum: meet with us and talk about changing these teachings, or we will start preaching them from every pulpit we are currently in, starting next month. No word yet from the Cardinal's office. Vatican answers back. This weekend, the Vatican released its detailed response to the Cloyne report from Irish officials and their charges against the Church, stemming from the sex abuse crisis that has gripped the Emerald Isle for the past couple of years. The lengthy document expressed, quote, profound abhorrence for the crimes of sexual abuse, but strongly disagreed with criticism aimed at Rome. In clear language that was expressly diplomatic, the Vatican made very clear its anger over public statements by Enda Kenny, the Irish Prime Minister, and other politicians who accused the Vatican interfering with efforts to address the abuse scandal. The 15-page report squarely placed the blame for scandal on, quote, grave failures in the ecclesiastical governance of the diocese, end quote. Obama tanking. With an economy that can't find its footing and unemployment stagnant at near 10%, the latest polls show Obama hanging on for dear life in the job approval ratings just released. Despite constant promises about how to solve the jobs crisis, promises which prove to be empty or meaningless, in speech after speech, the pro-abortion, pro-homosexual president is seeing his numbers dip to their lowest level yet, at 38%. In another sign of White House nervousness, both Texas Governor Rick Perry and former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney each beat the president in hypothetical matchups. Perry and Romney lead the rest of the GOP in presidential pack as well. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
Correct the sinner. Pope Benedict XVI is reminding Catholics of the duty to admonish the sinner, one of the spiritual works of mercy. Fraternal love, he said, sometimes requires speaking frankly and honestly to help the person understand what he is doing is wrong. Doing this, he also said, quote, requires great humility and simplicity of heart, end quote. A correction should be made with love, not with anger. The Holy Father observed that loving someone means helping him in times of need, especially if the help you are giving is leading him out of moral harm and mortal sin. Happy birthday, Mom. Opposing the reproductive health bill, now being debated in the Filipino Senate, is to give the Blessed Virgin Mary a beautiful birthday present. That's the word from the incoming president of the Filipino Bishops' Conference. Archbishop Jose Palma of Cebu in the Philippines made his comments at the Walk for Mary procession in advance of the feast of her birthday, celebrated on September 8th. He said, quote, we should believe in the values of the Church rather than succumb to the values of the world, end quote. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael talks about our reason for being. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless.